executive order from the president, I mean, it's part of implementation.
Oh, that's fine.
If it's not in the bill, it's part of implementation. So, person Choko boy said, Sadia na walk and then Crawford and a buy. The fulcrum of everything is how they manage the energy sector. So he shouldn't complain. No crampo near Koya, then it was 27.5%. And we agreed to say we na ye debako. What I say, and it was the conditionality near per 10.
Who builded it?
What I say, near per 10%. Near per 10%. But this is what it is. Conditionality sikana moko kofa ba be share kon. Enu nie e mo na moma ye brace say mu. Na je se monya president papa ono no odwini nipa ho nti bibia no aye din me de meka. Ntimi nkama no ntu. Me pa chow.
Okay, na nurses na yemre ne. Aseme
e ko ne de ye pa o mo chow.
Baby edu no.
They start you said they say kasi ye kuma because you see labor commission me say miracles kasi labor commission crampo anyone winning kita so labor commission ni o medin kita ho omo ni wo mo edin komo omo ni wo makasa omo so omo mrakra wo manko but me believe say ma me na wo dan on a very learned person
or that labor commissioner
nurses what you say she should know so your bar. And for me, where I'm coming from is the people who are dying. Today, one station I almost wept because say mortuary workers because the people are dying. So, so if people are really dying, we should think about it because Obi, Mrs. say abai or the car onye day onyane obetua and I face so Obi yamfa ade collective bargaining agreement conditions of service. I started about a year or two ago. I didn't MPP for Mentia. One of the Saka
Sir, there was a court issue.
I am telling you, sir,
injuncted the process.
The psychiatry nurses are here. I can't catch them on a radio station where former you cramped the obituary some bonka. Yes, psychiatry nurses in a injunction. I had to interrupt the injunction at 27 MPP who trian or junior nurses in one. So, their injunction called baby a lawyer called Timiko Kasani.
Say, court ne granted interlocutory injunction now during the pendency of the entire case. I am saying, it was a real case now.
By a real case, no cry, see and settle. Near time my MPP 40 way a friend of minister yo who say yes so no almo pententem de nakotum papa back on your friend is saying a question
yes
or also so every day every minute be a no court I didn't think MPP for you to the same manner so almo junior nurses no huntino yempelo ya na asem nyenye ntentem ni fro no mtinchi ya omaka eye den a nurse grouper omodi omo call injunction no and the woman can for a strike. The psychiatric nurses I hear, if I'm wrong, should tell me, are now part of the group. How is that? Obi or no injunction, but to say maybe me process, maybe na me the encounter. I don't know why it happened, but they are part of the group today. How is that? So maybe the baby call injuncti, just a mempe. Until I'm seeing injuncti. So why is it today? And people for him so more lose election by June they knew. It is the Omuja single spine. They are leaving this 2 billion as a cripple government.
How would it cripple?
No, I am.
Your court assembly in January this year.
Me person me chow senti. I want me and facilitate. I'm an uncontem.
How would they facilitate it?
I wanna make a quasi. Even say. Jachi every minute no more court.
But say na buying decision. It was the court's decision.
I am saying say every minute.
Yes.
No more court.
Yes.
So ultimately say.
Yes.
Now I don't know where every minute or man court and facilitate at the end intentem.
The court's decision.
And your court decision biara. Omu person be chasing no omu person the burden better sense man. But whatever it is, sense Mahama will take the burden. But we are all appealing to the nurses to say these are who got nephews are a chine be your papa, a chine be your mammy, a chine be your downfall, a chine be your kun. We are just appealing to them. Say, and they say that my name is Asempa, a human resource consultant.
Oh, okay.
Some of the things I know more business and me bisa say BB say you call BB event on call allowance. And when you for doctors, research and book allowance. And we say for high grade for no.
Nurses are extra in nursing training college.
Yes, but you see, no which radie nice is who the research papers ba.
And I say and your nurse be an beje no bi.
Minim sir. So to say, but almost so many hospital. So I didn't need segregate here no. So woma e fa wo mo ho no. Ma omo hospital no mu die ni. Na we num susu die ni yen ka asem no. Because ya ka bom to say the nurses nyina me doctor betimi a kire yimu. Because bibi te say on minim so on call the doctors for energy on call allowance. So what I say?
No, on call the no appendix A name. Appendix B list in a specifically for nurses and midwives.
That is the point.
Appendix A the no for all government sector workers in the day negotiated that together.
So I'm saying that. So why don't they stick to maybe way say way near? Not even quite segregate. Omo chradie. Omo hospital. Ni who difference no. Na obia etu afutum. Me, I'm telling them and I'm begging them and I'm saying that these are lives. Maybe every day they see somebody going so but for me, no life must be lost. No matter what it is. No life must be lost. It can be anywhere a so chance. Nipankwa. She me wa fane Professor Akosa. Na me bisa and bisa ofa. Adentina. Wo ye your friend is saying ne de ne yeden.
Oh, Ghana Health Service.
There be onye Ghana time no ye doctor nankasa.
Oh, pathologist.
Me bisa no. Eno sinana wuni made. Sometimes you treat somebody now or get you on very well. By the next day, yes, the bed empty. That pain, which mean you will be a far down for Beba who consult you. So if you deal with the end product, you don't have that affinity. I am saying, no matter how much you have seen death, it is not good to say out of wow near maybe our yentino ubibu. So so and obana dano she should show empathy.
Ninko for man pressure.
Me pacho me my leader da. My leader da. My leader. What my mother. We have a way of dealing with it. You can get pressure from your people, the grassroots, they almost more pressure. As general secretary of the party, sometimes the pressure to me base mean you be created pressure. But I soak it and I tell you say the numbers in a party. What you are saying, even pressure is coming, there's a way to deal with it, and at the same time making sure say the government beats me. Oh, to me for fully 2 grandpa. Why you been patcho they been in the contractors. A war Ghana has say they pay government contracts. Because when you say eventually, you bet you and it is not this government now in the years our negotiation way. How can a nurses' conditions of service stay in court for almost 6-7 months? Or hosa? And why is it that almost me and for maybe labor express government and now will be for them to negotiate to reach a partner? The best agreement to negotiated your friend is saying. Ultimately, and when you come together, you can reach a partner. Why did they sit down and echo court forever? I'm asking you. So Asempa court one wing. It is their family in a deako, one wing in a deako. And what was the basis? So the omon come home at the end of the how or on what basis? And for me, as I'm saying, my Jane, how did they and now my baba can strike you? How is that? It does not make sense to me.
Okay.
So me all I'm saying is say, as I said, government Emma a fair wages a salaries commission, Graham, Labor Commission, expertly should come together and ensure how to solve this amicably. We should stop saying Minister of Health. Okowaye Minister of Health da. They will be in the papa be cried. They were seeing Papa is engaging in lamentations, almost talking anyhow about this minister on TV. It is not right.
Okay.
At this moment, you know what he's going through. Do you think that he's happy it is like this? And do you think that if government has the money, 2 billion Ghana cedis, say as will be to your mom and go into ya? There be 2 billion Ghana cedis. What did the finance minister say? But for me, the fulcrum of everything is that people are dying. And if truly people are dying, why did we take the Hippocratic oath? Why did we have Florence Nightingale as the person we look up to as nurses? It is a calling. When you become a nurse, there are certain things. Obi uti ajuma we are calling. Ebedu baby ko do baby anu when you come. The ye your call is not easy to sit behind this console and speak. Sometimes cry wo background no abre. Yeah. So atimase and so nante oba. Did ya tema ye didi or public in ya? Why are we soaking it? And once conditions of service. So I believe as long as nursing is a calling, they should understand. And the power whatever it is can be resolved. But maybe the obana would do or your bar. She is a woman. And once she is a woman, say see award that would ye when you know a sale shine. Because whenever in Crawford we are call ILO, one more texting almost check what is going on in Ghana, a strike. The mark of a leader is to make sure that crisis is managed. And that makes you a good leader.
And I am a menase, Yemreno Echo. Dr. Okoboy, nurse strike matters arising.
Obi.
Yes.
A church.
In dealing with the nurses, there's a psychological aspect. We are appointee of government and are in quote big man or big woman. Psychologically, they know say you live in a different
world.
Yes. And this omo bisa bibi na one share kasani body language ni yepe, they take offense. So me minister no
obi mu yamunko say okomu yamunko boy.
Say me
boy because say
this one on your
let me see onko ni minister no.
Me kasa
because me say be say in time to me come ref and them call office number some catching so onko boy however you all did it.
When you are dealing with your mu kasa, you have to use a lot of proxies. You should not be the first to engage them.
Yes.
Okay.
I don't know the last time I dealt with the unions directly. Normally, I will arrange from a director of HR to. In fact, at the ministry we have a director of nursing. That's where you start from. Let their own talk to them. Then they will bring the message. The minister, when we check the temperature, before you even go to them, get some coffee. Do the union obi dealer. You must understand how. Say a higher dia, then you shift to director of HR. Say director of HR dia, you put the gear to chief director. Chief director far before coming me pushama deputy minister or in charge of nurses. Who's a deputy minister? Sectors, like agencies, no more.
Yes.
Me say those times number one in charge of health insurance and a medical dental council. The doctors issues bar. Nothing in charge of nursing and ambulance school national. So me sure when you know far. Me simu me friend. Me National Labour Commission, not official one. It's a dealing with labor. You have to use the unofficial route a lot. Cause official one, will be steady. Cause or can be a Now Labour Commission too for. Look, the long and short, and say, more sympathizers of this government, they should stop talking. There's some people outside officialdom. NDC. Kasa one shana. Next we broke because of Kasa be exactly. Kasa ebimu say almost atare so abana be pa mom
public services including allowance
so most of the time you can say obi conditions of service. The practice is not to put it out.
Yes.
Sebi obi oyejuma ha una manager unko kasa ya jihosi and me who obi ba no say obo mu ne ma no pe. It's a way of putting them under siege. So Sardina Kasana it doesn't help the process. Say, they no much one shall not item be looking for the kakashe. I feel almost into Obi, Mestre, Yama Kasan Bafon. But one thing I can say. Yeah. Oh, all those routes, they are mechanical routes. If you even succeed in getting them to the hospital, they will be there in person. So me, I normally don't even subscribe that much to those ones. Now, one thing
you subscribe to,
you see, maybe one thing I can say, paperwork to give them those conditions of service. Yeah. But internally, omonya disputes are echo courts are cause no stop here from
implement.
Exactly. Now, Obi Unim, I stand to be corrected, but I think the doctors and other health groups, we more or less operationalize exactly. Yes. Until we are there and yet negotiate, we are going to do it anyway. So that if a new government comes, normally two things never. There are two things this government can ask for. You can beg them, say, because you are not the one there, you like to amend some of the values or ingredients. So that maybe I can say uniform allowance, bet to be 100, or bet to master so one alternative one obeji 50. And now obeji and no they can negotiate. And then the other one is say obeti miama timeline na aye asakakra. So instead of starting from January, already we are half of the year. So assuming said they were negotiating the beginning of the year, they could have asked for instead of January for July after second half. But the internet is now worried. They say, I know Omubuya if you say more or less, also this year is almost out.
Yes.
Now I think Obi Kawaha, a minister of station, he said,
but you almost salaries to your mom.
Oh, sure.
Yes.
These are allowances.
They are not.
These are conditions. Conditions, but some are being paid already. Yeah. But say condition document after 2 years it lapses. Or some are renegotiated.
You almost salary day.
Oh yes,
and to weigh conditions allowances a warm
and allowances and quan new man dorsal.
They said sir.
My doctor knew. My doctor
and look at my car and say it's not even proper. Normally ones are conditions of service now as a staffer. Obi say Obi can I will not support the person. There's a reason why. It's to protect this year almost here totally out. And we are Mestre, this government to resolve this matter. From what I'm reading, this matter will not be resolved unless this government has done some two things. Number one, they must find a way to capture, if not all the ingredients of the agreement, even one. In the media budget. Oh, be telling when you're part of government, especially when it has to deal with lives. And I say, any idea or more, and can be fresh or more to consular. That one you never come more. Hey, idea, government is a continuum.
I do say there's a government is a continuum. Then I'm just to now a minister.
What they can't church him, many interview hosts here.
As all Pammy.
Obi, don't say, I brought him with him, and I brought me to
more. Be upon 7.
Obi anka abro obi tuma me sheda ye din na nurses omobu fui ebufo no nkoso mo na enye ni pebe wunti o na omo koye joma ma kapri na omo quickly no wanya sakra omanya akoma sakra. Oh, but me impesa bro
okowa diabolic pa me nya hu bi da
obi amasha confess say me impesa bro na be yes enti na ye nyina aka say
na bro na guide obi aka me hu
na eye.
The health minister, the biggest savior is the finance minister. Onko no ho anaju ewia onko su chen. One minister mean boni di why smart. Wa finding ways asu atwe nyina be mu say fu eba be sani na ma ayes we sama ya g 5.7 billion amano a year. Is the smartest or the smartest minister in the cabinet. First time at a public program, I can say, "Fu no babesa." Aka 2-3 days. Me na now wa shisha bibia. Enti Obi abayemono when you are a minister, you have to find quick ways to get attention of the finance minister, and by extension the old man, the president himself. Because minister 4 years to make if there is no flow. Money to your place. Budget cry you ready budget you can say oh dear 200 million you bet me year na 2 million cry unyai onim sana yesu eche president ana kwa minister fear obeye kokoti sa wan hwa na apamo enti mesre oh, and by the way, I'm not referring to my senior brother Kando.
Oh,
when I said Kokoti, I'll beg him, say, he should get close to Atu. Atu can put, Atu can put 1 or 2 items in the media review. Not up to the 2 billion they are talking about. Omu yenipa. Oh, now Obi si maminiama edu. Usi o, misreo, mi banche, me ma omienu. Na nesi amao, na kana. Omu yenipa. But kasada kwa said the absolute be. Oh, this year there, and say your kasa bi owa, who come back door, say it will dislocate the budget. Sana mano yen kawo labor union for anymore. Oh, obi a wire already conditions. The MA here, Satan deal with the difficult. Me, I use proxies, and then my friend, one of the directors, and they be on the misma. My friend, Miss Bibi, oh, Yamamo, Adriani, Park, Bibiaba, confess you. My friend is the hoods also pension. Very effective guy, one of my HR guys. Kasabi wa ye can with them say Charlie the budget to be dislocated. Which labor you know pesa kasano ye can usi o ahun check aka o catch o mukase o watch wa and na masa on them feel good say na o say already they assume say o tina ka kese mu it is a tension also psychologically mo moniji say usu o break aka so you say things na in fact me friend retired director no the area miss one say doctor tone or see when you are speaking to them the tone must always be a calm tone to say the pressure also now who can say minister cry on team coffee now I feel the start look at the workers president Mama Koho almost accepted 10%. And also another settings are mere mini pop bomb Obamoni ba smart minister, what's the name? Purple.
Yeah, Purple.
Yes. No be. Any call. Nina on him say 10% on the continue money man one shot. Or make a just on serious 25% on Muji and the Kufado now buy into your settings and say whatever president is doing, he must pass through. President by the Kasanwa, Mr. Mumi want me. Yama, Mr. Nambai. No, Mr. President. 10 grados. I'm going to exactly. So as for labor, there's a lot of psychology. You don't go technical. My budget has been dislocated. The more you say those things. Okay, all right. And so you best serenesis no. You best your poor macho. You best serenesis no. Now, yes, serenesis in so no. Now yes, finance minister say, oh no, yes, senior brother. Would you pay one item? Just one. And two. Now be uma wana. After the na yes we the pressure. Betunes is more so be mukaka munso muna next year no. Na be I fine.
Some Dr. Bernardo Kobo in the training can Ekosiisen saying so ni high Asempa FM. Was say yes sorry unfortunately your interview be a day air twamo. So nyame aduma ochna the Friday edition of the show. Ebebremo na it promises to be exciting. Dr. Bernardo Kobo, former health minister, yebeda na se sounds na ya jantua or a presidential staffer yebeda